Think about this for a second. Say your child, your young child wants to get a dog for the first time, and you understand that having a dog is a big responsibility. So instead of you buying the dog, you say, well, let's start off with a rabbit first, or let's start off with a fish, so I can teach my child responsibility on a smaller level before they graduate into the larger level of things. There's no difference between that and farm animals and livestock. Before you get cattle, you want to have something smaller first, like a sheep or a goat. And before you get sheep and goats, you want to have something smaller, like a pig or a chicken. So that's why I say chickens are the gateway into farming. Now, I gotta have a story for y'all, right? I remember one time, my first time going to pick up some land hens. Me and my wife, I had my little brother, my little sister, and my kids with me. And we were going to pick up these land hens. It was probably like an hour and a half away from where we lived at. So we went to go pick up these land hens, right? And all I had was the nesting boxes. I didn't have a crate. I was thinking, oh, they'll be good. They'll sit down in these nesting boxes. I bought 5 of them. So I ended up putting them in these nesting boxes. No cover, no crate, no nothing. And man, when I tell you, when we got down the road, maybe 5 minutes, those chickens started flying everywhere. I was like, oh, hold on, now we gotta stop the Walmart. So, and man, when I tell you, they were boo-booing all over the back seat. I was like, no, we can't do this. So I had to make a detour and go to Walmart, and I bought some crates to put them in. I just poked some holes in the little storage bin, and I put them in there. And I had my brother sit back there with them, make sure they had enough air and everything. But when I tell you, proper preparations prevents poor performance. Man, I'm telling you, anytime you go in to pick up anything, you want to make sure you have the right crate. You want to make sure you have the right kind of storage to put them in, because when I tell you, that was almost a disaster, and we had over an hour to go to get home. Imagine if, we hadn't stopped and got anything. They already boo-booed all over my back seat. It would have been even worse. So I just say that to say proper preparation prevents poor performance. So my grandma used to have this saying, right? She used to say, your eyes is bigger than your stomach. And she used to say that to us because when we would go to fix our food as children, we would fix way more than we could eat. And our eyes was bigger than our stomach. We couldn't even finish the whole plate. And it's the same thing with when you want to get into farming. You looking at all the big stuff, you looking at the glamorous stuff, you seeing the cattle and all this stuff, but your eyes are bigger than your stomach, and a lot of times you could burn yourself out, or you could bite off more than you could chew because you start big first instead of starting small first. These little animals right here are the gateway to farming. Alright, so why chickens as a starter? See my pitchfork? But, I'm sorry. But the reason why I recommend chickens as a starter is because of 4 main reasons. The first reason, chickens are low maintenance. Once you get all the groundwork done as far as building your chicken coop, your nesting boxes, making sure that they're in a place to where predators can't get to them, and that they're comfortable in their chicken coop and their chicken run, all it is maintenance after that. All it is making sure they're fed every day. And guess what? You can feed chickens chicken feed. You can feed them oats, corn. You can feed them your vegetable scraps. You can feed them, it's a lot of stuff you can feed them, pretty much. So chickens are easy to feed. They're inexpensive. They don't eat as much as other livestock, and that's the second reason. Chickens don't eat nearly as much as a sheep or a goat or a cow. You give them You know, their little feed, or you dump your compost, they'll till it and they'll peck it. You know, they'll eat little bugs if you let them free range. So they don't eat nearly as much. You don't have to buy nearly as much feed for chickens as you would have to a cow with hay, you know, if you don't have pasture. As far as the sheep with hay and then, you know, other kinds of feed, you don't have to give them that much. Another thing too is the maintenance as far as clipping their wings and things like that. It's not as much. And chickens are they're very docile animals. I mean, unless you get a mean rooster, but hens are very docile. You know, they're gonna be scared of you more than anything, so you don't have to worry about, you know, being seriously injured by one of your animals that you have on the farm. And then the last reason is because chickens, although they're low maintenance, they're easy to maintain, they're easy to start with, they provide you food. Whether it's you have to cull one of them and you get the meat, or they lay your eggs every single day. That's breakfast that you're eating every single day. So not only are they good, I mean, they'll till your soil, they'll fertilize it. You use their poop for fertilizer for your plants in your garden, your fruit trees, or whatever the case may be, but they also give you food, and you can't beat that. So you're able to see the return on investment every single day with those eggs that you're getting. So that's why I recommend chickens for starters. And you don't need a lot of space to raise chickens in. You don't need pasture. You don't need all this space to give each chicken. You can literally raise them in your backyard. If you have a normal sized backyard, you could build you a little small chicken coop. You can have 5 laying hens, and you can have a little chicken run, and you just feed them every day, make sure they got water, check for disease, make sure they're not ill, and you just let them do their thing. They'll even turn your compost pile for you. You can't beat it. So give it a thought. If you want to get into farming, give it a thought to start with chickens first and get used to them and then upgrade. Hey, if you enjoyed this content, please hit that like and subscribe button for more content. I'm gonna be dropping content 2 times a week, every Sunday and every Wednesday. So please hit that like and subscribe button. Also, comment below if you are a seasoned chicken owner, if you are an experienced person with chickens. Leave a pro tip for the people who are beginners. I want everybody to learn from this platform, whether it's from the video or from the comment section below. So leave a pro tip for those people who are experienced. And with that being said, I just want to say be safe, be blessed, and be easy. All right?
Everything freeze up. Loyal fees and loyalty. That's why every day I dot my I's and cross my T's. Yeah, they said I wouldn't.